Hello, California Democrats. How you doing this morning?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you can do better than that. How you doing this morning? All right. Hi, as Alex said, my name is Jen Longley. I'm the Vice President of Membership for the California Young Democrats. This has been a tremendous year for CYD. Over the past several years, we've made a strong effort to provide the tools to empower our local chapters to stand up and be leaders in the community, and that effort has absolutely paid off. I do want to start first and foremost with talking about our Young Voter Revolution campaign right here in Assembly District 5. This year, on behalf of Dr. and now Assembly Member-elect Richard Pan, I also want to recognize Vice President of Finance Eddie Kirby for fundraising, writing, and bringing this project out. So Eddie, thank you. We targeted and collected 4,500 pledges of young voters, not just infrequent but occasional, hardly ever voted for Obama or has never voted before. We got 3,470 of those voters out on Election Day to vote for Dr. Pan in the Democratic ticket. This was a wonderful coordinated effort between several of our local chapters in the 5th Assembly District, CYD, our partners in the CDP and Labor. I cannot thank you enough for all of your help. I also want to take it down to SoCal. Behind the orange curtain is the Orange County Young Democrats in the house. OC. In Orange County, our chapters came together and raised over $15,000, hired 42 canvassers, and spent 288 hours knocking doors of 13,427 occasional voting Democrats in the contested races for Fu Win and now again Congresswoman Loretta Sanchez. As many speakers up here have said before, and I will say it again because it bears repeating, even behind the orange curtain, young voters responded to our efforts to show that California Democrats are standing up and fighting for the values that we all believe in. We also, statewide, our chapters were working for all of our Democratic candidates. For Jerry Brown, Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris, who I'm confident will be heading to Sacramento. We are especially proud and active in the Boxer campaign. As Vice Chairman Rooker said, and I do actually also have to shout out to LA CDP Chairman and Vice Chair Eric Bauman for being a huge partner in this. Thank you so much. Eric specifically asked and partnered with CYD on a program called CEO Watch. We're so proud of that effort. We organized over 30 press conferences and protest events around the state, highlighting Fiorina's failures, engaged many of our chapters on a volunteer level. I think we showed in a very real way that even if you don't have a huge amount of financial resources, if you have the boots on the ground and the willingness to organize, you can make something happen. And we showed that, so thank you so much again, very much for all of your help. Finally, I do want to talk about internally what we've done in CYD. We're growing our own internal caucus structure. We have many caucuses that have chartered this year. I do want to give a special shout out to Sean Dugar and the Black Caucus, who's in the room. I am so proud to announce that during the course of this election cycle, the Black Caucus expanded their membership from just a handful of people at the beginning to over 600 active members. During the course of the campaign, the caucus made over 3,000 calls to young African American voters in targeted races. The caucus was instrumental in electing one of our members, William McGee, to the Hayward School Board, and William is now the youngest elected official on that board, and he is a young Democrat. I would like to highlight two things here to finally close out that we are doing beyond simple electoral work. If you can look behind you and see the Donate Here sign, CYD sent an email out to all of our local delegates inviting you to join us in a community service project. Every month, the River City Food Bank in Sacramento provides food for nearly 4,000 needy Sacramentans. Tragically, in October, the food bank suffered a fire, and the building was destroyed, and 8,000 pounds of food were also destroyed. So CYD has committed over the course of this board to collecting non-perishable food items. If you received our communication and were able to bring items to help and join us in donating, please do walk back to the Donate Here boxes wrapped as Christmas presents. We would love to have your participation. Finally, we believe very strongly, and I know the word change gets used a lot, but the California Young Democrats are the change here in California. We make it happen, but we do not do it alone, and we really do need your active help. Our officers in the back, can you please raise your hands? We would like not just the change and the help, but we would also like the change in your pockets. CYD does have a program very much like the CDP Small Donor Sustainer Program to pay our wonderful, wonderful Executive Director, Claire Conyon, help with our operating expenses. If you are able to put together $5, $10, $15, $20 a month to sustain us, we would incredibly, incredibly appreciate that. So our officers are going to be walking up and down the halls here. If you're able to help us out, thank you so much. In closing, I just want to say we are proud of the efforts our local chapters made during the campaign. And we know that the 2012 cycle started at 12:01 a.m. on election night. We also know that when young people vote, Democrats win. And so we know that it's critical to begin working right away, and that's exactly what we're doing. So thank you.